What is it about young women named Sara always receiving the short end of a stick? No, we're not talking about CSI Vegas, but the popular Netflix series Who Killed Sara. The creators have finally revealed who the killer is, and it's a complete shocker. So buckle up and let's dive into the details. First up, nobody killed Sara. Yep, you heard that correctly, nobody killed Sara. We already know that Alex, after serving 18 years in prison for the murder of his sister, assumed it was the Lescano family. And we always assumed it was her ex-boyfriend, Rodolfo Lescano. The reason why Rodolfo was always suspicious and shady is because of his family's past. They're all deeply involved in crimes, even though Eliza Lescano helps Alex uncover the truth behind his sister's murder. While it was all made to look Sara passed away in a tragic paragliding accident early on in Season 1, Alex is framed for her murder. But finally, at the end of Season 2, we found out that it wasn't the Lescano family that was involved, and neither was Alex. It was actually Sara who decided to end her life and make it look like an accident. That's a big shocker right there. Up next, things will get even more complicated in Season 3. Season 2 ended on an intense note, and everything happened so fast that fans were left confused. We learned quite a bit about Alex and Sara's relationship. So apparently, both of them are step-siblings, not half-siblings. Alex does not share the same father. Abel Martinez Osorio had forced himself on the sibling's mother, Lucia, but Sara has a half-sister named Marifer who confesses to killing her at the end of Season 2. See how complicated things are becoming? We learn that Abel was the one who attacked Sara at her house. He has schizophrenia and has started losing control of himself. But before he's able to do any major damage, he's shot by Cesar Lescano in the head. Sara and Cesar bury Abel's body in her backyard, which is later discovered by Alex. Alex would have been arrested by the police for the murder because Cesar runs away to Mexico. But his son, Chima, decides to take the fall and makes a false confession to the police to save his father. As if things weren't already emotionally taxing, we learn the real reason he takes the fall for his father. No, it's not because of his undying love for him. It's because of his undying love for Alex. Cue dramatic soap opera. Now for a whirlwind of affairs. If you're still here and haven't closed the video, here's where things get even more intense. Season 3 opens with Chima in prison. He believes that taking the fall for his father is the right thing to do to save Alex. Because after he came out as gay, the Lescano family decided to cut ties with him. We're not sure what the plan here is and how he thinks this will solve the issue at hand, but it doesn't seem like a well-thought-out idea. It seems that nobody in this show thinks about the consequences of their actions. Marifer turns out to be Sara's half-sister and was Alex's ex-girlfriend. She also tried to take the blame for her sister's death. But the really weird part is that even though they don't share a father, Sara, Marifer, and Alex are all siblings. Let's let that one sink in. Lorenzo and Chima also call it quits because the latter is in love with Alex. Heartbroken, Lorenzo tells his ex-lover he doesn't want to see him again. Meanwhile, Eliza and Alex slowly fall in love, and that further complicates things as they discover the sinister activities the Lescano family's involved in. But we knew that already, didn't we? We also find out that Sara was involved with both Cesar and Rodolfo and ends up pregnant. It's revealed in the finale of Season 1 that after her husband cheated with Sara, Mariana asked Elroy to cut the harness of the parachute. Time for some fan theories about who is involved. Fans still suspect that Mariana had something to do with how the story unfolds. As we see Mariana learn that Sara is carrying Cesar's child, the pair then go on a walk where Mariana contemplates pushing Sara off a cliff before ultimately conspiring with Elroy to get rid of the girl. It is Mariana who suggests Sara try parasailing and who hands the knife to Elroy in the hopes he'll tamper with the harness. But when Elroy confesses that he could not cut the harness, she murders him in his hospital bed to silence him for good. Even if she didn't kill Sara directly, fans believe that she must have a big hand in it or is involved somehow. But then it could also be Cesar because he doesn't want anyone to know he impregnated her. He's also the one who convinces Alex to confess that it was an accident, knowing fully well that this will put the young man behind bars. And now, Sara's mental health worsens. Season 2 explores her condition and mental health. We learn that she was diagnosed with schizophrenia and her mother Lucia had noticed something was wrong with Sara from an early age. At one point on her 6th birthday, she tries to hit another girl with a rock. Over time, her condition worsens and Lucia learns about how terrible her daughter's condition is through a psychiatrist. Sara becomes paranoid that her mother's going to commit her to an institution and then accuses Marifer of helping Lucia. She then proceeds to punch her sister in the face and walks out. Marifer then goes to the psychiatrist but overhears her mother asking the receptionist about Abel. The ending is extremely confusing and there are a lot of plot holes. We're hoping that Season 3 at least answers some of the questions that we have. What exactly happened to Sara? How did she plan her own murder and how did she make it look like an accident? Was someone helping her, and if so, who was it? There are so many questions questions we're hoping Season 3 will answer. For now, all we can do is sit back and hope by the time this video's released, everything will make sense on its own. In other related news, Who Killed Sara Season 3 is finally on Netflix. So, Who Killed Sara turned out to be a success for Netflix. As surprising as it is, the series garnered 55 million fans in 2021, making it the most popular foreign show on the streaming platform. Fans have been eagerly waiting for Season 3, and it's finally here. Although we got the first episode on May 17, 2022, we still don't have all the answers we've been looking for. Fans speculate that Sara wasn't who she portrayed herself as, and some things in the show also point towards this theory. She knew a lot more about the Lascano family than she let on, and it's a possibility that that's what led to her death. Was she trying to escape something or someone? It's no longer about who killed Sara, but more about what happened to her. There's no Season 4 for the series. Fans want to know if there will be another season for this confusing drama. Luckily, Netflix has confirmed that all matters will be resolved with the third season and there will be no room for a fourth. The first season doesn't actually give us an answer to the big question, and neither does the second, but by the end of the third season's finale, we finally find out what happened to Sara, and it actually leaves us with more questions than answers. This is why fans have been wondering if there will be a Season 4 or will be left with another cliffhanger. Who Killed Sara Season 3 leaves viewers confused. French actor Jean Reno's films and movies are usually considered a masterpiece, but this doesn't seem to be the case for Who Killed Sara. Although the series received praise at the start, Season 3 has fans questioning why everything has become messy. Instead of a good plot twist, fans were left with a myriad of questions. As it turns out, Marifer cut Sara's parachute string so that she could die, but she didn't. Instead, Reno's character Reynaldo faked her death and made her patient zero in some sort of bizarre medical experiment he was conducting. The conspiracy behind the experiment was so twisty that Sara's psychiatrist Dr. Hugo Alanis was involved in it. Sara, who was pregnant with Caesar's baby when she was supposed to have died, meanwhile ended up giving birth to the baby. Where the baby is remains a mystery. Elsewhere in the premiere, Chima performed a sexual favor in prison for a phone without a battery, which left fans disturbed. Rodolfo figured out that his father was in the Seychelles, hiding from everyone. He ran away with $13 million so that he could go undetected for a while. Soon after, Caesar's money was stolen by a hacker, but it was unclear if Alex was the culprit or if it was someone else. If you ask us, we feel it's poetic justice. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think happened to Sara, and do you believe she and her baby are truly dead? Who's your favorite character from the show? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.